Hi, my name is Preet and I'm a trail guide with YCS here at Miles Canyon, or Kwanlin. I'd like to acknowledge that Miles Canyon is situated on the traditional lands of the Kwanlin Dun First Nation and the Twaan Council. In this video today, I will be showing you guys the different kind of teas you can make using the plants that you'll find along the trail to Canyon City. So juniper berry-like cones have a particular and strong scent. The cones can be collected and made into a tea. Medicinally, it's a diuretic and is good for cleaning the bladder. The First Nations people also drank it as a tea to help cure arthritis, increase appetite, help with stomach aches, treat colds and flus, and digestive issues. So it's got really great properties, and overall, it's pretty good. A good tip to remember is that usually the darker the cone, the more flavor it will have, or the more ripe it is. Juniper cones can take up to 3 summers to mature. Just be sure to avoid this if you have any kidney issues. I've collected my juniper berries a few days ago, and I've kind of let them dry. I've crushed them a little bit. So first I'm gonna put them into a mug, and I've already boiled my water, so I'm just gonna pour the water over the juniper berries and let them steep for probably no longer than 7 minutes. So now that we've made our tea, Deborah, our outreach and communications manager at YCS, is gonna tell us how it tastes.
It's really good.
Labrador tea. I decided to use the Labrador tea plant as I've heard it makes a flavorful and lovely cup of tea out in the woods. The plant has dark green leaves with a woolly kind of bottom on each leaf. Usually the younger leaves have a whitish color on the bottom and the more mature ones have a rustier orange color. The flowers have white petals and bloom throughout the summer. They are a great source of vitamin C, and the First Nations people used to make Labrador tea to relax and help with sleep. It can also be an analgesic when drank as a tea. An analgesic refers to a kind of painkiller. I've only collected a few Labrador tea leaves just because I didn't want to harm the plant. I wanted to keep it healthy, help it grow, and get a lot bigger. I've also collected a variety of newer, kind of younger leaves and more mature leaves. So I've also picked these a few days ago. I've kind of just let them dry, and now we're going to make tea. So I've boiled the water and I've let it sit for a minute. I'm going to pour it over the tea leaves and then let it steep for about 5 minutes. However, it's up to you how long you want it to steep for, just depending on how strong you want the tea flavor to be. We're going to try the Labrador tea, and I'm pretty excited. I've heard it tastes really good, and so I didn't add any honey to this, even though I usually do, just because I wanted to taste as much of the Labrador tea as I could. And I would suggest straining it if you don't want any of the leaves or anything in it. So here we go. Usually so it's pretty good. It's very flavorful, kind of got like a nice lemony taste. It's calming. I could see how when you're out in the woods, it's just be really nice to have as a very calming kind of cup of tea before you go into your tent. So I like this. Yeah. Kinnick or bearberry. The tea made from the kinnick leaves are great for helping with bladder infections. The leaves have antimicrobacterial properties that can help kill the bacteria in the urine. However, just be sure to use it in moderation and avoid it if you're pregnant. The leaves resemble the shape of a raindrop and feel smooth. There is often a pink flower growing which can be eaten and are sweet. They are sometimes called honeysuckles. The berries have often a dry texture. So here are just some kinnick leaves that I've found throughout the trail. I've picked my kinnick leaves a few days ago and I've let them dry for a few days. And this recipe is for a cold tea. So you only really need about a teaspoon of leaves. You can use them dried or fresh. So you're probably familiar with this step by now, but step 1, we're going to boil our water. So now that our water has boiled, we're just going to let it sit for a minute, and then we're going to pour it over our kinnick leaves. So after you let your water sit, you can pour it over the kinnick leaves, and then let it steep. Oh, looks like we made a little bit of a mess. That's okay though. Just remember to clean up your mess. Yep, just like that. And we're good to go. So then you can let your tea steep for about 15 minutes or until cooled. So here's our kinnick cool tea. It's really good. I like it. It has a unique flavor. It's very subtle. And like I said before, if you want to add sugar or honey, feel free to do so. Or a great tip would be to strain the leaves if you don't want any leaves in your tea. But like I said, this is a really unique flavor. Very subtle. It's good. Good stuff. Thanks for watching the video, and here's a list of other teas you can make using the Plants Smiles candy.